Welcome back to Totally Original Let's Play. We're doing this shit again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna see. You know what? I'm gonna fucking fuck that. I'm not gonna do those this time. I'm gonna see if I can start with something else and see if that works.
Nick, did you see Ready Player One?
I didn't.
I have to ask.
Dude, I just don't go see movies very often.
Yeah, the only reason I ask at the
watcher.
start of this episode is because right before recording, me and Nick were talking about watching movies.
Yeah.
And Nick, do you feel a general sort of like disillusionment with movies coming out nowadays? Or you just like not care anymore?
I just don't really care. There are very few movies that actually like get me excited, and most of the time it's because they are part of a franchise, an existing franchise that I'm already into and would love to see a movie for. So like the Power Rangers, new Power Rangers movie, I loved that.
That movie was cool.
Yeah, I thought that movie was
like,
awesome. And
a lot of people like that movie.
Yeah, and like sort of if Bill and Ted 3 ever does actually come out, they talked about it just recently.
I feel like they couldn't do a third one at this point. It would have to be a reboot.
Yeah. Well, the story is apparently that they never wrote the song. They were supposed to write the song that saves the world or whatever, and they never wrote it. And they're like 30 years old, and
so they procrastinated.
In shambles. And
dude, that's such a good idea for a movie.
They haven't written the song yet. But the problem is George Carlin died in like 2006, and so it's like without Rufus, what are you gonna do? You know, like how do you have that without Rufus?
CGI.
Right, and that's what I'm afraid of.
There, do it. Oh, that'd be such a travesty.
Rogue One taught me anything.
Terrible CGI George Carlin. Yeah. Like they like Microsoft Sam, his voice is like, "Hello, Bill." And
right, yeah.
You must write this song.
Yeah.
So
the chests. That's right.
Yeah, you reminded me of the fucking Grand Moff Tarkin. Oh god.
Yeah, dude, and the Leia. At the end.
Oh, the Leia too. Yeah. That was such. Wait,
that
was Leia after she died. That was in bad taste.
The Leia was more disturbing.
That was in bad taste, dude. Almost because I think she died. No,
she died before that movie came out. I'm pretty sure.
Fuck, dude.
And if it wasn't, it was like right before she died. Yeah. But also still, it's in bad taste because it's ugly.
It just looks really bad. Yeah.
But the other one is if they ever make another Austin Powers movie. And that's actually what I was going to say is I just recently burned through all 3 Austin Powers movies on Blu-ray in one sitting. And
really good?
Oh my god, they're so fucking funny, awesome, dude. And it's like
they never get old.
Yeah, they never get old. And growing up, Goldmember was always my favorite because that's the one that we had on DVD.
I always liked the first one the most.
And I still think, I mean, people, you know, can criticize me all they want because some people think Goldmember is like the weakest of the 3, but quite a few people, like an alarming number of people, even think that Goldmember is just a bad movie. And I'm like, what? But like all the best jokes that everyone always quotes, you know, like Gold,
your faja,
your faja, smoking a pancake, you know, and the fucking all the, you remember the fat bastard running across the bellies of the other guys, and there's the scene where the Japanese guy, they're in the office and he's like, would you like shit? And he's like, no, because the subtitle was being covered and he meant shiitake mushrooms and everything. Like those scenes, I could probably reference every single scene in that movie, and you know, most people would remember them. Yeah. And it's like, that just shows you how good it is. But I mean, yeah, all 3 of them I think are fantastic movies. And obviously, I don't know if you heard, but Vern Troyer just recently passed away, and so it's like he was Mini-Me, and so it's like, you know, it becomes less and less likely as the days go by. But if that ever happened, I'd be into that. But when it comes down to it, most movies, like, you know, I see the trailer for it, like, oh, John Wick 2, and I'm like, I haven't seen the first one. Like, it's not that I don't want to watch it. It's
I know
just
what
that
you mean.
I don't have the time, and then next thing you know, there's sequels and sequels, and then
sequelitis.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm like, well, fuck it, I can't, you know.
Yeah, because after a point, it gets so bad that you can't catch up. If you didn't start out when everyone first watched, like when the movies first come out, if you didn't start then,
yeah,
you got to fucking devote like your life to keep like fucking watching all these movies.
Yeah,
you can't do it. It's just
seriously.
Nah.
And
nobody has the time.
Yeah, and most of the new movies that come out, that like aren't sequels, a lot of the time it's like they just don't look super interesting, you know? Like they're like, what was that called? Like the one where it's got Matt Damon in it and he gets small, you know?
What?
Yeah. There's one with Matt Damon in it, and he
gets
like
small.
There's this thing where they shrink.
I know what you're talking
people,
about.
and,
Fucking. It's called like It's a Small World After All or something.
Yeah. And the trailer has
downsizing. That's
it. Yeah, and
downsizing, yeah.
exactly. And that looked interesting, but it's like, you want me to go spend like $10 on a movie ticket to I know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be just like feel good movie of whatever, you know.
Do you want to go see? Apparently, A Quiet Place is really good.
Yeah, that is. I've heard it like
Yeah,
absolutely a must see. But it's like, again, a must see. And at the same time, the people who are telling me this is a must see, I would tell them God of War is a must play, and they go, fuck that. It's like, so, you know, maybe it's not a must see for me. Yeah.
Dude,
you know,
because have you played it yet? I know we're just talking about.
Oh my god.
I know we're just talking about current events and stuff this episode. We're not really, but whatever, because we're just.
But whatever, fuck you. It's our show.
Chilling. Fuck you. Yeah.
Dude,
how is it?
Yeah.
I really want to play it.
Colin let me borrow it, and oh my god in heaven.
What's super good about it?
So first of all, like, if you've ever played a God of War,
I've beaten the first 3.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
them all.
the thing to know is that gameplay wise, it's gonna be not even similar.
That's fine.
And that's fine because
it's been years since I played them. So.
But most Halvor.
Dude, that's the blacksmith in fucking Riverwood.
Yeah,
it's Alvor.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, actually.
Nick said something racy. We probably just cut that out.
Yeah. But so what I was going to say is that the story, this is something that I didn't really know going in, like whether or not this was going to be the case, but it is actually, get this shit, a direct sequel to the other God of Wars.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Which is what makes it so fucking cool. I haven't played the other God of Wars, but I had Colin give me the rundown.
I mean, I have a feeling if you like this one, you probably wouldn't like the old one.
Yeah, and I never really did, because because I was always like, Devil May Cry's better, you know? And Colin
you're
was
right.
Always,
you're not wrong.
Yeah, Colin was always fighting with me about it because he loved God of War. But
I love God of War, but you're probably... I've never even played Devil May Cry, and I could probably just tell that it's probably a little bit better because... Right. Not saying God of War isn't... The originals aren't bad games. They're just really simple games.
Yeah. But I think the best thing about it is really, like, the fact that it does so much for that, like, sort of style of gameplay where it's... You could tell they took some cues from Dark Souls, right? And to me, normally that would be a bad thing because I don't like Dark Souls. And so making the game balls hard and whatever, like, that just gives me... I feel like I'm getting a little payoff, you know? I don't feel that, like, rewarding feeling that people have when they beat that really hard boss. I just feel like I wasted my time.
Really?
You know? I talked about that before.
At first I didn't understand that, but I get it now after playing games like I've been really liking Monster Hunter World, and that's very similar.
Yeah, and I don't like Monster Hunter either, and so it's like, for me, it's that sort of recipe for disaster. But the way that they did it is so masterfully executed, where the combat is a million times faster than Dark Souls or Monster Hunter or something. The other thing is that they really made it so that every situation can be handled sort of the way that you want to handle the situation, and there really is no right or wrong answer. And what's so great about that... Fuck, how do I get over there?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get over to that thing. But what's so great about it is... But with no flutter, you know, what are you going to do? The great thing about it is that it's so... sort of like... If I'm not super great at dodging and blocking all the time, sometimes I fuck it up and I miss it. And so the ranged combat of, like, throwing your axe, that's totally viable. You're not cheesing the mechanics. It's not, it doesn't make the game too easy or whatever. It's like, it's actually there to be there and be used. And it's ranged combat. That's what the game calls it. It doesn't even, there's a whole skill tree dedicated to it. And so, yeah, and so
it's just throwing your axe.
Exactly. And so it's like, it makes people like me, I can sort of give that distance, and I don't feel like I'm, cheating or being a piece of shit or something. But what's great about it is that I actually get that gratifying feeling when I finish something that's really hard, because it really tests all of your ability to multitask, because you throw your axe, you do some barehanded attacks, you stun them, Atreus shoots an arrow, the fucking dogs, and then when it all works together, it's like a symphony. It's so fucking cool, dude.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it is so fucking cool.
I'd be into it.
Oh,
It's
you would,
too
dude. I think
much money.
everyone would.
Too
Yeah.
much money.
Right, that's why I borrowed it from Colin. So tell us down below, what
ass.
if there's any new movies that you've been interested in, or if you've played the new God of War and you like it. And next time on Totally Original Let's Play, we're gonna finish this level, and then we're gonna do the flying level in this world. So goodbye. Click on the left to watch the next video in this series once it's uploaded.
Click on the right to watch another game that we played if you like this.
Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notified when we upload new videos.
And I told you, no,